first thing to do is remove all of this junk, because it's turned into a bit of a car park around here. So I'm going to have a little bit of a move about and tidy up. The next one to be moved is the macro, because that's also in the way, and we are going to need that today. Wonderful. So I'll move this one. Last but not least, the McCormick is also in the way. So you may ask, what are we doing? I cleaned out part of the cow barn the other day, which you'll see in just a second, but the main focus of today's video is to try and get some bales in the barn. The main focus is to try and get some bales in the barn today, because we've had 2 days of decent enough weather that they've dried out a little bit in the field, which means I should be able to get them in. It's been a little bit hit and miss with the weather. It's not been great. Which subsequently means I haven't been able to get many of the bales in, if any. So I've got a field, 12 acres, the last one I did. It's got 120-ish bales in that I need to get out. I'm hoping to get that done today. Might be pushing it a little bit, but we will just have to see. But if you haven't done already, make sure you hit the subscribe button, ring the little bell, you'll be notified of my videos every Tuesday and Friday. And on another note, there's a new feature called Hype. Now, down here somewhere will be a little thing of where you can see that. It's essentially by the like button and all that sort of stuff. So, if you haven't done already, hit that Hype button, because it helps. Right, I've got to go put some air in a tyre, but while I'm doing that, you can go back to the other day and see me moving some muck out the cow barn. Good morning, boys and girls, ladies and gents. The winter is upon us. It's a proven fact. I'm actually wearing Wellingtons for the first time in a bloody long time. Now, that being said, what are we doing? We're doing various jobs to get ready for the winter. One of them being mucking out the cow barn, which I should have done at the end of winter, but did not. So here we are doing that now, which is fun. But in this video, it's just going to be a couple of random sort of things. I've got to sort through some cows and tag some calves, because we've had some new calves born. So I've got to sort through them, but to sort through them, I've got to get them in the barn, which means I've got to clean the barn out, which is what I'm doing now. Then I've got to sort through a couple of sheep and sort through some lambs and move some calves. So it's all quite exciting stuff, but just kind of a random mix of all sorts of different things. So I'm actually trailering the muck down the road and into one of our more far away fields, because when it comes to spreading it, you can't get as much, well, I say you can't. The spreaders that I'm going to use, you can't get as much in as you can a trailer. So it makes more sense to trailer it down here and then spread it out of the field than it does spread it out of the yard, which is fun. I've got to try and borrow a muck spreader from someone. But anyway, so that's what I'm doing. We will go and tip this trailer now. Right, this is where it's being tipped, just in one of our hay fields. Just making a pile here, ready to be spread on this field, that field that's still got bales in it, and the field the other side. Now, for those of you that have got land, you'll know that you have something called a river board, which come and clean your rivers out. You have to let them in. It's a massive fine if you don't let them in. So we always do, and anyway, they've changed hands, ownership, I'm not really sure. But anyway, they've pretty much smashed every single one of our bridges up and just done an absolute diabolical job. So this used to be a footbridge that went across there. Gone, smashed, doesn't exist. It wasn't in the best of condition, but again, it's just been smashed up. Along with a steel RSJ bridge. Now, I'm not entirely sure how this has happened, but picture on screen here of a big steel RSJ that we used to have as a bridge that's been smashed and everything else. Like I say, not entirely sure how that happens and you don't realise, but apparently that happens and you don't realise. along our track down the road that we have. All the spoil's been put on our track rather than the field that's opposite it. Picture stuff on the track I was talking about. This is my track. Tell me why all the stuff out the river has come my side on our track when there's a field there. So a few issues, and they're just rushing through it, which is why these sort of damages occur. So it's a bit of a shit show really, sorry for the language, but it's, yeah, it takes the piss a little bit. A bit like, so for example here, there used to be a post, so there's a river that they've cleaned out. That used to be a post in the ground. Don't know if you can see it. Let's get out and have a look. There used to be a post in the ground that has been pulled out of the ground, but again, nobody seems to care. I'm going to take a picture of that while I'm here. So it's just an interesting one, really. I mean, logic isn't a thing with these people, clearly. So yeah, like I say, digger coming, but we're just getting most of it. So I'll see you when we're back up there. Right, we're finally on our way to go and get some bales, which is exciting. It's quite warm, but no aircon in this tractor. But there we go, that's the fun of life. So yeah, we've got about 120 in this first field to get out, and then there's another 100 and... Ooh, what is there? About 100, another 120, 30-ish to get from 2 other fields, which is wonderful. Like I say, I wish I'd been able to do this sooner, but I haven't, so we just live. Also, I get sidetracked very easily. I blame my ADHD, to be honest. Doesn't make life too easy at times. I've been focused on another project, which is my Defender, which you may or may not have seen a video about yet. I'm not entirely sure. But if you haven't, that's coming. If you have, it's up here, go and check it out. So yeah, I haven't got the drone with me for this first load because the batteries are on charge. So, but the second load, I will grab the drone and we'll get a bit of drone action. I don't know how many I'm going to fit in the barn, but we'll see. That's just part of the fun. But other than that, it's all pretty good. So I'm going to get us to the field, and then once we're at the field, we'll have a look and see what's going on. I could double the trailer up, but I'm not sure I'm going to. It gets a little bit sketchy. But yeah, I will see you when we're at the field. You know what I hate the most? Carting through fields where there's animals and you have to shut the gate. It's actually quite boring and laborious. Makes it a bit more of a task every single time because you have to get out many times to open and shut gates. But there we go, that's just part of life, isn't it? Fun fact actually, I have won a grant from Cramp, picture on screen. So I won the Young Farmer grant for August 2025, which is a £600 credit to my Cramp account, which means that finally, and I mean finally, we can get on and do my macro mini restoration because it's kind of needed. And for those that are saying, oh, it's a grant, you should use it for such and such, in my opinion, that telehandler will be replaced at some point, so anything I do to it now will only increase the value of the telehandler. Although it won't be original, it will be almost better than original, so it will increase the value. So there we go, that is something to look forward to in the future. My hair, need a haircut again. Oh well. The old Massey though, she still looks pretty good. I'm very pleased I did this one actually. I haven't used this tractor much this summer, for various reasons. Put you guys up there. Yeah, like I say, I haven't really used it as much this year as I perhaps would have liked to. But my issue is there's no easy way to secure a baby car seat in here. And because I've been taking my son with me a lot, it's made it a little bit more difficult. And plus there's no aircon in here, so it'd be a bit unfair on my 15-month-old boy. Well, there we go, fun facts. So we're pretty much at the field now. But yeah, so that cramp grant is pretty good. I'm apparently going to receive that at some point. And I will be forever thankful, because although it's only £600, £600 is quite a large chunk of money in some circumstances, and will definitely help progress the things that I want to do, really, which I always think is pretty wonderful. But there we go. It's pretty good, really. So yeah, we're at the field, so we'll start loading them up now. I'll probably put you on a little time lapse on the loader or the front of the tractor or somewhere, to see if we can't get some decent-ish shots without the drone. And then, yeah, we'll go and find out where we're putting these things. I've got to move a couple more things when we get back up the top in order to put these in the barn. But yeah, we'll just see, shall we?
Lights, camera, action. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats again. This is the beginning. Cheers for the curtain call. Stand up for the applause. Just let the roses fall.
Right, that is the first load loaded up. Like I say, they've sat out a little bit longer than is ideal. I mean, it's still not bad stuff. Just sat outside a little bit longer than it should have done. It's got a bit damp on the bottom, but again, what can I do? If the weather doesn't allow, the weather doesn't allow. So it's just life. They're not going to get any drier being sat outside. Let's put it that way. So yeah, that's taking 2 off on the spikes, 17, 18, 19 per load. So you should get through it quite quick. But yeah, it's about that really. It's a shame that, like I say, the weather hasn't just been better, because we could have got these in a long time ago and they wouldn't have got as damp as they have. But there we go. They'll be safe enough to stack in the barn, I think. So that's what we're going to do. Interestingly, I don't know if you can see this, over there is quite brown, over there is quite green. So half and half of this was muck spreaded, half wasn't. And it definitely, from the eye, I'll know more when I get the drone up later, but it definitely, the side I've muck spreaded looks way more green. With a bit, obviously, more regrowth and a darker, richer green. So again, it goes to prove that spreading muck, as much of a ball ache as it is well worth it. Would have been better if somebody went and picked up all the rocks after muck spreading, but there we go. So yeah, definitely will be muck spreading. I'm going to try and muck spread pretty much every single field, or at least give every single field a certain amount of muck. But again, it comes down to time. I don't seem to have much time anymore. I used to have loads of time, but now I just don't. But either way, that's the plan. So I'm on my way back up now. This fucking windscreen wiper has just died in the middle of my window. Doesn't want to move. It's a little bit annoying. Oh well. Right, I'll see you when we're back up the top. I've got to move the Defender, a couple of rocks and stuff, have a bit of clean up. Then we can get these in the barn. Right, just in the Defender. We've just got to move this out the way, which is wonderful. Ooh. She's a bloody peach. Got full power steering now, would you believe? And you almost couldn't even make that up, could you? Full power steering. Look, I could do it with one hand. It's incredible. This thing's never really had power steering as such. So that's quite nice. Right, I actually cheated. I didn't film any of unloading that because it was an absolute ball ache having to move loads of other bales in the barn and stuff like that. So I thought I'll skip past that one and we'll jump to the next trailer load. I've got the drone ready to go. So I am going to load at this trailer and then we will actually video me unloading.
show. Lights, camera, action. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats again. This is the beginning. Cheers for the curtain call. Stand up for the applause. Just let the roses fall. 'Cause tonight is gonna be a good night. Yeah, we about to take flight. We're gonna take it all.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I please introduce the main attraction.
Let's start the show. Turn the lights down low. Feel it in your soul. 'Cause it's time to go. Let's start the show. Only go one night. Gonna shine so bright. We came for the lights, camera, action. Let's start the show. Let's start the show. Diamonds don't mean a thing. No need to kiss the ring. I know the vibe I bring. Made for the center stage. All of my dues being paid. You won't forget my name. 'Cause tonight it's gonna be a long night. There's gonna be a fist fight when that takes it all.
Beautiful people, the time has come. This is the countdown. 3, 2, 1.
Let's start the show. Turn the lights down low. Feel it in your soul. 'Cause it's time to go. Let's start the show. Only go one night.
Right, as you would have seen, that is beautifully loaded. Drone always makes it look so much better. Anyway, gonna go up and unload these. Get some shots with the drone of unloading it, I suppose, because why not? My neighbours will love it. But yeah, pretty sexy beast. Right, I'll see you up the top. I've made it back up the top, so let's just unload this lot. And then we've got quite a few more tray loads to go, but that's part of the fun. So without further ado, we'll get this one unloaded.